The Halifax area wildfire was one of the worst in Nova Scotia's history. It started on May 29, 2023, in a wooded area near Tantallon, about 25 kilometers northwest of downtown Halifax. The cause of the fire is still under investigation, but some residents reported hearing loud noises before seeing smoke and flames. The fire spread rapidly due to strong wind gusts and low humidity. The wind carried burning embers across highways and residential areas, igniting new fires and creating a chaotic situation. The fire also jumped over a lake and threatened a power plant. The low humidity made the vegetation dry and flammable, fueling the fire's intensity. The fire forced more than 16,000 people to evacuate their homes, most of them in the heavily forested fringes of the city. Some people had to leave behind their pets and livestock, while others had to flee with only minutes to spare. The fire destroyed about 200 buildings and structures, including homes, businesses, schools, and churches. The fire also created a huge plume of smoke that covered Halifax and its surroundings. The smoke reduced visibility and air quality, posing health risks for people with respiratory problems. The smoke also turned the sky an eerie red color, creating a sense of fear and dread among the residents. The fire was finally contained on June 4, 2023, after 6 days of relentless efforts by firefighters and emergency responders. More than 200 crews from agencies across the province and beyond helped to battle the blaze. They used 35 fire trucks, 2 helicopters, and a water bomber to douse the flames and create fire breaks. They also received support from Canadian soldiers and firefighters from abroad. The Halifax area wildfire was a devastating event that tested the resilience and solidarity of Nova Scotians. It also raised questions about the impact of climate change on the frequency and severity of wildfires in Canada. As the recovery process begins, many people are hoping for answers and solutions to prevent such a tragedy from happening again. One of the most challenging aspects of fighting the Halifax wildfire was how to contain it and prevent it from spreading to nearby homes and properties. The fire was fueled by strong winds, low humidity, and dry vegetation, making it unpredictable and dangerous. To combat the fire, firefighters used a combination of water bombers, helicopters, and ground crews. Water bombers are large aircraft that can drop thousands of liters of water or fire retardant on a fire in a single pass. They are useful for creating fire breaks, slowing down the fire's advance, and protecting structures. Water bombers can fly over long distances and refill their tanks from nearby lakes or rivers. During the Halifax wildfire, water bombers from other provinces and countries were deployed to help the local firefighters. They dropped more than 10 million liters of water on the fire over several days. Helicopters are smaller and more agile than water bombers, and can hover over a specific spot to deliver water or fire retardant. They can also transport firefighters and equipment to remote or inaccessible areas. Helicopters can refill their buckets or tanks from any water source, such as ponds, pools, or hydrants. During the Halifax wildfire, helicopters were used to douse hot spots, create fire lines, and support ground crews. Ground crews are firefighters who work on foot, using tools such as hoses, pumps, shovels, rakes, and chainsaws. They are responsible for digging fire breaks, clearing fuel, extinguishing flames, and protecting structures. Ground crews can work in teams or individually, depending on the situation. During the Halifax wildfire, more than 200 ground crews from various agencies across the province were sent to help battle the blaze. They worked around the clock in shifts of 12 hours or more. By using these 3 methods of firefighting, the firefighters were able to contain the Halifax wildfire in record time. They managed to save most of the homes and properties in the area, and prevent any fatalities or injuries. The fire was declared 100% contained on June 4th, after burning for 6 days and affecting about 1,950 acres of land. The firefighters were praised for their courage, skill, and dedication by the public and the authorities.